All right, welcome back to What's Niggling Me, and today I got a few things. I'll start with one that won't be as bad, the California fires. I see that they're going to get $770 to take care of everything. That'll pay for like, I don't know, a week of rent or something like that for them. You voted in who you got. You reap what you sow. I really have nothing much to say about it. Celebrities losing their houses, I don't give a fuck. You guys have the administration you have. You have Gavin Newsom. He's going to be a presidential candidate in 2028. His ex-wife is Donald Trump Jr.'s wife. He's the governor of California. So if you're from California and you have any gripes, that's the guy to see. You have a mayor. Last name's Bass, I'm pretty sure. And you get what you vote for. Now, one that blows me away, that's the California wildfires. Trump said on Joe Rogan that they weren't taken care of. But I saw something that really niggled me. This is one of many businesses, we'll call it, that are disgusting. Scouts of Canada. I'm sure there's the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts of, I don't know, I know America, but maybe other countries. Obviously, they've been grounds for predators for decades and decades. And I just so happen to see that there's many settlements. If you type in Scouts of Canada settlement, the first thing that pops up is scouts.ca legal claims procedure. You know, because it's been happening a lot for decades. I don't understand why there's so many people that want to fuck kids. I don't fucking understand it. And it's a fucking pandemic all around the world of adults that want to fuck kids for some reason. Like the leader of France. His current wife was 34 when he was 15 and they got together because there's a lot of adults that want to fuck kids. She was his teacher. Justin Trudeau was a teacher. I saw a claim made against him. After Scouts.ca, the second one is Beckett Personal Injury Lawyers, Scouts Canada sex settlements kept secret. CBC News has learned that Scouts Canada has signed out-of-court confidentiality agreements with more than a dozen child sex abuse victims. That's exactly what they're doing for Jeffrey Epstein. The banks that knew what Jeffrey Epstein was up to have settled with tons of victims. But what that does is they get confidentiality agreements. So it's just paying off the victims. And I get that if you're a victim, you just want to be in, you don't want your name anywhere. I completely get it. But when they do this, like, who's that one guy? He was a big TV person. And I don't want to say the wrong name. Because I ain't trying to fucking slander anybody. Just trying to give the facts. Rush Limbaugh comes to my head, but I know it ain't him. Maybe he has that, but it's another guy. There's a guy I'm pretty sure that signed a $30 million settlement because he said he wanted to fuck the girl with a loofah, I'm pretty sure. Something like that. I can't give the name. I can't think of it. Type in settlement loofah. I'm sure it'll pop up. I don't want to lose my tab here. The next search, March 27, 2024. Historic sexual abuse settlement serves as precedent. The reasons for approving the $13 million settlement in the Ralph Rowe class action lawsuit. I saw this guy. This guy was fucking a bunch of kids. Like, it's just nuts. The Epstein, like, he wasn't just sleeping and having his buddies like Bill Clinton, Bill Gates coming over to hook up with like 16 and 17-year-olds. These people fucked kids. That's what they hid in all these documentaries about Jeffrey Epstein. They were procuring children. It's gross. It's gross. The powers that be can hide these things. October 10th, 2024. Recent court judgment. Since the 50s, Scouts Canada has maintained a confidential list of Scout members who were known pedophiles. The 1950s, known pedophiles. CBC.ca, this man says working at Scouts Canada gave him PTSD. That's from December 4th, 2024. Why do so many people want to fuck kids? Like kids. The Jimmy Savile guy, that guy was fucking dead people. He was a respected person amongst prominent people. Prince Andrew, that piece of shit. King Charles, piece of shit. It starts at the top. The most prominent people in the entire world are doing disgusting things. Closed my phone there because I was frustrated. Saw this. It was pretty funny. It's the... Oh, I remember hearing this thing when I was a kid. There was like this little song like, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Yeah, I remember hearing that. And I remember it was like about boys and girls. About girls can do everything boys can. I can't get pregnant. Despite all the liberal dumb fucks out there that think a man can get pregnant, they can't. The closest fucking way you're gonna get to it is a girl says she's a guy, doesn't do any surgeries or take any hormones, and has a kid. That's the closest you're getting. But if they go and get their gender affirming care, then they're sterile and they're not having a kid. So a guy can't have a kid. So the battle for equality, I've heard about it my whole life. I think that women have gotten... I had no need to complain anymore. One thing is it was forced. Just like on every single sports panel you see, there's a woman there. It's for inclusion. Even, I would say, if women don't want, if there's a women's hockey league now and every single women's sports league, if they don't want a male coaching, I have zero fucking problem with it. I have no fucking problem with it. I think forcing it doesn't help inclusion. I think forcing women onto the NHL mid-game panel is pointless. I don't think anybody is like, oh, I'm pumped. I don't think anybody, honestly, because I know there's a bunch of fucking liars out there, I don't think anybody honestly sees the panel pop up and say, thank God this woman's perspective is here. I just don't. Prove me fucking wrong. But there's no equality in the amount that men and women, a man can't sell his body for as much money as a woman. Facts. A man cannot sell his body for as much as a woman. If I show my tits and a girl shows her tits, she will make more money, she will have more attention. If I show my dick and a girl shows her pussy, she's gonna have more money and more attention. Facts. Liz Cambridge, she's a beast on the court. She played basketball. I've seen her play before, and she's real fucking aggressive. She says she earned more money on OnlyFans in her first week than in her entire basketball career. Props? I don't know. Sex sells. Playboy proved it. Sex sells. Now, I wouldn't pay a fucking dollar for anybody's OnlyFans. I don't give a fuck. Kim Kardashian got on there. I wouldn't pay a fucking dollar. It's the biggest waste of fucking money ever. But if there's a bunch of soy boys out there that want to fucking see Liz Cambridge, who's a fucking huge woman, who would have some tall fucking kids, if you want to see her, go right ahead. I ain't paying for a fucking dollar. Plus, people just fucking take that person's shit and put it on Reddit anyways. Liz Cambridge. Crazy. The bad baby girl. There's proof. I guess, like, the only experiment to make is, like, it's fucking hilarious, is take, like, the most prominent guys, right? Even though nobody fucking knows who Liz Cambridge is, you have to follow basketball and, like, not be a fucking casual to know who that is. And she made bank doing it, and people don't even know who that is. So, like, there's so many examples of women that could do it. I guess it would. I guess there's maybe no prominent guys doing it. Off the top of my head, if the Timothy Chalamet guy fucking did it, I guess that's the experiment to see, like, those girls. Or Bieber did it. I know they're not going to do that, but if Bieber did OnlyFans, jeez, is that an experiment? But you can be a nobody girl. Sell your pussy online. Never even have to fuck a guy. You can just sell your pussy online. Now guys are going to want to fly you out. These rich motherfuckers around the world are going to want to fly you out. So it's your decision how much money you want to make. I would never marry a fucking girl that does that, but, like, if you want to sell your pussy, tons of fucking people are buying. My main thing, I can't believe the Scouts Canada. Just disgusting. But not surprised. Look into every fucking place. Look into every fucking business. Predators everywhere. Don't know why. I don't know. I only can think that since it was accepted I don't know if accepted's the word, since it was common, people were marrying and fucking girls right when they fucking had their fucking first period. So, like, they were wifing up 13-year-olds. Guys were wifing up guys, like, you know what I mean? Fucking grown-ass men were fucking wifing up 13-year-olds forever in history. So maybe it's just something that we're, I don't even know, breeding out of us? Morality? It wasn't morally seen as wrong, I don't think, for a long time. Joe Biden grew up and age of consent was 14 years old. Age of consent's 15 in France, as long as the person's not an authority figure. Age of consent is real low a lot of places. But a lot of these people want to fuck kids. These Scouts Canada, like, they're fucking boys. It's not even this fucking high school teacher. She's like trying to hook up with a 16 or 17-year-old. These people are fucking kids for some fucking reason. And I'm down. I have different ideas. My brother's big on, like, we should just kill them all. I'm a huge fan of, like, medical castration, so their dicks don't work anymore. But, like, that doesn't work on women, and there's women predators out there doing it. So I don't really know what to do to girls. 'Cause I'm a big fan of guys' dicks never working again if you fuck a kid. If you do anything to a kid. I think your medical castration is a good one. I guess, like, I guess if it's, I don't know, it's real hard to determine the sentences of people. Lobotomies are a possibility. Lobotomize sexual predators, I don't know. Or just kill them, I don't fucking know. But here in Canada, we let them sexual predators back out pretty early. You don't get a severe sentence here in Canada if you're a sexual predator for some reason. And it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I don't know why. It seems so fucking common for some reason. It's supposed to be smoking a joint. Okay. Now, I don't know if people who ever watch this, I'm pretty frustrated. I'm not going to say I didn't give a fuck about politics before. It just didn't affect me so much like they did kind of when Trudeau, pretty much 2018-ish into 2020, and then what our healthcare, what Dr. Tam, that stupid dumb bitch, she literally said to have sex through a glory hole and wear a mask during sex. She said use a glory hole. I had to explain to my fucking mom what a glory hole was because our top medical advisor in Canada said to use one during COVID. That's how fucking dumb these people are. Fuck. We have so many dumb fucks running this country. The dumb fucks running this entire country have been doing the exact same things that the dumb fucks in California are doing. Gavin Newsom, the governor, and all those dumb fucks over there in California making their laws and passing bills are passing those same dumb fuck bills, like fucking the trans healthcare one for all ages. No minimum age requirement for our trans healthcare. Fucking dumb. But we got Justin Trudeau, that dumb fuck, out, which it doesn't even matter, okay? It doesn't even matter. He did not matter. He was in a play, playing pretend. If you go watch any interview for years and you watch his dumbass cadence, he's acting. The guy's a fucking drama teacher. He's an actor. He's a D-list fucking actor. And he's been acting on behalf of the World Economic Forum and the Bilderberg Group. This guy, his finance minister, his previous one, who's best friends with his current one, those two are the problem. Chrystia Freeland and Mark Carney, okay? I looked up Mark Carney. Mark Carney is more dangerous than Chrystia Freeland. She does whatever Mark Carney wants. This guy, he's friends with the lovely Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's friend. Because I don't really think that they were, you know what? Maybe they had an open relationship. I'll call it that. Yeah, Mark Carney, that guy, he is dangerous, Mark Carney. And I did see Kevin O'Leary recently say he'll do everything in his power to make sure Mark Carney doesn't get elected. And I don't think the Liberals are getting in 2025 anyways. It's going to be Conservatives. But on the slightest chance that we get another Liberal fucking government, this guy has been the one that, like, the reason that we're in right now, it's the views of this idiot. This guy was running the Bank of fucking England. And then he started running the Bank of Canada. We do not trust this guy, Mark Carney. Mark Carney is what I believe is a controlled asset. If you, like, the people running the world are Mark Carney's handlers. Okay? Mark Carney, the people that run the world would love to see Mark Carney running Canada. This guy's straight out of Harvard, into Goldman Sachs. This guy loves fucking DEI, ESG, climate change. This guy loves all the things I fucking hate. This guy loves, because you are part of the pride, any fucking color, a woman, if you're a straight white man, and Mark Carney is, if it was up to Mark Carney, you would not be hired for anything. Mark Carney believes in ESG. He is I wrote it down here, his little title. He runs the ESG department at Brookfield Management. Brookfield Management manages like $1 trillion of assets in the world. This guy works there, and he runs the ESG department, this guy. Go look up the WEF, the World Economic Forum. Go look up the Bilderberg Group. This guy is at the top of the list. Like, if there's 100 people in the world that are controlling things, Mark Carney's in there. It's scary. And Chrystia Freeland, if she got in, she would do his bidding. It's all about the World Economic Forum in Davos. Whatever they're doing, that's what the G7 are doing. Build back better, which has fucking failed in every country. Our economy is a shithole because of Chrystia Freeland. She's best friends with Mark Carney. This guy's a fucking loser. Look, he is the UN Special Envoy of Climate Action and Finance. Like, ugh. These two fucking demons, Chrystia Freeland and Mark Carney. These are the liberal fucking leadership. Fuck, how fucking annoying. How fucking annoying. I need ashtray. Hold up. I can't wait for them to start doing their little fucking run. I wish they would come to my town. I've wanted Trudeau to come here for a long time. I fucking hate those losers. Like, climate change. You love carbon taxes? Because if Mark Carney gets in, carbon taxes are going up. Like, they're going up. Do not trust. Do not trust Mark Carney, Chrystia Freeland. I also, like, it's real tough to find. I've been trying to find Geraldo Rivera. This guy, I teeter on if I trust this guy. Or is he a plant like Bob Woodward? This guy got into, what do you want to call it, like TV broadcast in 1970, I think. And very quickly, he was getting big stories. Like the Willowbrook, it's disgusting. Don't recommend anybody watch it. Read a synopsis of it. It's disgusting. Faith in humanity decreases if you watch it. The Willowbrook special, this guy was doing like specials. Geraldo Rivera is the one who released the shooting of JFK. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was him. He released a documentary or like a special. That's what they did. They did specials back in the day all the time. And he released another special on like satanic cults. And it had this Michael Aquino guy in there. Michael Aquino worked for the military and also ran the Temple of Set satanic church. Jack Parsons, I'm pretty sure that's the guy's name. Jack Parsons. With NASA, he was a Satanist. And I think like the Michael Aquino guy, there's a lot of that satanic shit that went underground in the past fucking, I don't know, it seems like the 50s and 60s it was going on. The evidence of it really went underground after that. And, oh, you know why? Because they did their job. They scared everybody away with Charles Manson. Or not scared everybody away. They scared everybody of Satan or satanic shit. And that was all just a cover. CIA, FBI, you believe any of those people? Super tough. We need whistleblowers. What's on with the drones? I don't hear shit. Wildfires have distracted us from it, apparently. I'm looking for shit. I'm looking at shit. Tons of it. Scouts Canada. What am I looking into? Should I tell you? Candace Owens has a pretty interesting thing coming out about Bridget McCrone. I can't wait. Grady means. I'm just looking at different things all the time. Grady means. Callie and Casey means they've been doing this big health push. They're saying good stuff, but what I see from their dad seems like an agenda-driven thing. I don't know if I said it on here before. It's like Bill Barr's dad. I think his name is Donald Barr. That guy wrote books. I wonder if I said it. I mentioned it on here. Because like, I want to do a Epstein. There's a few people. There's a few people I want to enlighten people on. Margaret Sanger. Big one. I hate that woman. I think that woman was horrible. I think her views were disgusting. Because there's obviously like the Hitlers, the Stalins, fucking people know those people. The Kims, like the Kim Jong-un eels. There's these Mussolinis, there's these dictators, I suppose. There's these, horrible people. But then there's these Anthony Fauci, disgusting human beings that people don't see as disgusting human beings, like in the public sphere. Bill Gates, look into Bill Gates' family. Look at his fucking lineage. He's a sad example of his eugenicist father's views. Who else are these deplorable human beings that I just would love to do? Like Epstein. But Epstein, I feel like I have to do a Robert Maxwell, like Ghislaine Maxwell's dad. I have to do a Robert Maxwell before even a Jeffrey Epstein, because Robert Maxwell's life is more fascinating to me than Jeffrey Epstein, but it leads into Jeffrey Epstein. I want to, we don't get this history, but the Soviets, any honest person will tell you that the Soviets beat Hitler and the other countries helped. Any honest historian is going to tell you that. It wasn't England, it wasn't US, it wasn't Canada, it wasn't Australia, New Zealand, it wasn't any of them. They helped. It was the Soviets. And Germany really fucked the Soviets up at different times. And the revenge that the Soviets took on the Germans is fascinating to me. It's an example of good is not the right word, but it's a good example. I can't think of what the word is. I find it to be the example needed to describe what man can do to another man, what a person can do to another person. I'm not trying to be politically correct, but it's what men did to men, women, children, what they could do to them is pretty insane, and it was less than 100 years ago. So I'd really like to give some detail on things I've learned about what the Soviets were doing as they pushed into all these countries, like that Germany was occupying, that they had taken over. And when they pushed into Germany, the things they did is insane. What they did in Poland. Poland has some incredible history because some just unbelievable things have happened in that country, on that land. So the Epstein, the Robert Maxwell, the Jeffrey Epstein, Hunter Biden will be a future one. Because I believe in the next years, we'll get more details on Hunter Biden. I got a lot. Got a lot on this guy's interesting life. It should be a movie. I've been saying it for months. Way before I started this. Months and months. This guy has the most incredible life. It almost seems like Mark Wahlberg, The Rock. Bigger. I don't know what that movie's called. Something bigger, right? Where they're like juiced up, and Mark Wahlberg and The Rock, they got this movie, and during it stops, and it says like, this is like a real movie. Like this really happened or whatever. Even though the situation seems crazy, this really happened. And Hunter Biden put this thing up there in the beginning. This really happened. And this guy's wild adventures, being a lawyer, consultant, businessman, painter, sex symbol, Hunter Biden. This guy just like is hilarious. I gotta see a Hunter Biden movie. I don't know how to make a film. I would love for someone to crowd fucking source this, fund this. Hunter Biden movie is gold. Box office gold. What other people? Yeah, Bill Gates. Bill Gates needs one. And Anthony Fauci. There's certain people that need some like detailings about their lives, and I'd love to do it for some people. Justin Trudeau's a pretty interesting one. Like what his his dad and his mom. Look up Pierre Trudeau. He was our Prime Minister of Canada too. And you know, my parents' age, those people, I think, really think that guy was a good guy. And maybe he was good on the outside. Maybe like he was a good Prime Minister. But I have heard enough sources and read enough now. Pierre Trudeau was doing those behind the scenes things. Pierre Trudeau seems like allegedly, in my opinion, what Bill Clinton was hanging around Jeffrey Epstein for, seems like Pierre Trudeau was going and doing those same things at Matanac Island, I think. Allegedly, in my opinion. At Matanac, I don't know how you pronounce that shit. It's where the governor's mansion is in Michigan, I think there, on that island, Pierre Trudeau and other people like Nelson Rockefeller. I think Nelson, not David. Can't think of the other names. It's been a while since I read that stuff. But Pierre Trudeau. And then look at his wife. I think they dosed her a bunch. I think they dosed Justin Trudeau's mom. She was a little, Justin Trudeau's mom. I think Rolling Stones, I think she was a groupie getting passed around by those guys. Let me like try to clarify that one real quick, because I just make this shit. I just fucking record this and throw it out. One go, no edits. And if you get me 50 subscribers, if fucking 50 subscribers come on here, I can go live. I'll fucking go live. I don't care. It's dangerous going live with my brother. I feel like I can word things fine on here, I think. I only gotten one video pulled down so far for medical misinformation that I think was nitpicking compared to the other shit I hear fucking people say on podcasts. But if that was the only thing, and I'll say that maybe he wasn't the one that signed for those experiments to happen, but he worked for that government and was the highest paid and worked for that department, but his signature might not have been on it. So I guess maybe, yeah, I was wrong that his signature wasn't on approving those experiments. But that's my only pull down. It's my only issue so far on here. Everything else I said must have passed YouTube's guidelines. Margaret Trudeau, I think is her name. Margaret Trudeau. Rolling Stones? Goes clubbing with the Rolling Stones. Okay. I don't need to look up anymore because I already covered my ass. I knew it. Margaret Trudeau, Rolling Stones. I'm pretty sure, allegedly, she slept with a couple of them because she was a drug-using wild woman and young. Oh, let me look this up. Margaret Trudeau's year she was born. $1948. Where did I see that last name before? Something side note I have to look into. I seen that last name somewhere. Who? Mark Carney. Mark Carney's mom and Margaret Trudeau's mom have the same last name. No. She was married to a fried Kemper after Pierre Trudeau. Fried Kemper. I gotta put in my notes, and then I'll figure out these ages. Trudeau's second husband, relation to Mark Carney. specifically mom. Because what did I say earlier? I swear to God, Mark Carney, out of university, was prepared to be a prominent person in global politics. And that's why he was going to the WEF forum, or the World Economic Forum, the WEF forum conferences, and the Bilderberg conferences. Those are for elites to decide how they're going to run things. Go look it up. Mark Carney, scary. So that I'm curious on that relation. She married that fried Kemper from 84 to 99, but she was born in 48. Pierre Trudeau. And now I would love, my future wife, I'm hoping, is 20-something years old, because I'm trying to have kids. No offense to older women, but I'd like to have kids. And I'm not my biological age, I can tell you that. I am far above in physical shape than the majority of people my age. I will barely ever come across somebody my age that is in better physical shape than I am. And that's not me trying to be arrogant. I'll stand on it. I'll outperform anybody my age, most likely. Pierre Trudeau was born in 1919. So he was, 31 years older? 31 years older than Margaret Trudeau. When did they get married? 71. She was, 23? So he was in his 50s. After she was getting fucked by the Rolling Stones, he wifed her. I have a hard time with Pierre Trudeau. I believe that he liked youngins, in my opinion, allegedly. I think Pierre Trudeau and now I'm pretty sure people, I think that he was a beloved person by the country's people, but they didn't know what he was up to, and they didn't know. There was no internet, so they could never know. Fuck. These people could do whatever they wanted. Then Geraldo Rivera came around. Pierre Trudeau. Justin Trudeau. What a loser. The whole country fucking hates this guy. He's a fucking loser. At least Biden is incapacitated. He is an idiot too. Go watch videos of Biden from the 80s. The guy's a dumb fuck. He just... I don't even know how to explain it. Joe Biden. He's good at faking it. He's good at faking it. He talks real loud and forceful. He likes doing that. To try and overshadow how dumb he is. That's what I think. I'm pretty sure. Excuse me. What a joke, though. And I said it a long time ago that it's funny. Look in the world, around the world. Look at who the leaders of these countries are. Bunch of fucking losers. It's crazy to trust the government. A bunch of fucking losers and insane people are running the countries. The greatest country in the world, the United States of America, the face of it is a guy who, it's gonna be crazy. Like, Trump's gonna have to go to this guy's fucking funeral as the president. That's my guess. Jimmy Carter just had his funeral, 100 years old. Biden's never making it to a fucking 100 years old. So my guess, and I don't really care because he's a corrupt, lying asshole, and just because you're old doesn't negate it. I think that he was getting kickbacks for a long fucking time off his name, and his brothers, yeah, both brothers, sister possibly, but I know one brother, Jim for sure, and Hunter, they for sure, Joe Biden was making money off their business deals. He was getting kickbacks. Jim Biden's business for building fucking houses in Iraq during the war, like, that's horseshit. Bunch of horseshit. Not as horseshit as Dick Cheney fucking and Halliburton getting fucking all the contracts for taking Iraq's oil. But Joe Biden is a dirtbag. Plain and simple, he's a dirtbag. He's the one that said, getting, I think, 5 years mandatory jail time minimum for a quarter size of crack. I think 1994 he said that. And in 2000, I don't even know what year. Who knows what year that was? In the past 10 years, though, Hunter Biden was weighing that much crack on his scale, on video. Go look it up. And then he was smoking it while he was driving. He was smoking it while getting a foot job. He was smoking it while, I think, in treatment in a water deprivation tank. He loves smoking crack. Loves it. All those videos are out there. Go watch them. So Joe Biden's a dirtbag. And I know in China and I know in Ukraine, he was the big guy. So fuck Joe Biden. And he'll probably die in the next couple years. Could die anytime, to be honest. And I really didn't want him to die. That was my big fear. Was that Joe Biden was going to die. And Kamala was going to be the president. And I wouldn't even be able to go on the internet. Because I would constantly have to hear the first black woman to be president. How great is that? Oh, how fucking annoying would that have been? Still got a couple more days. But holy fuck would that have been annoying. And now all you gotta do is make Tulsi Gabbard the president and you have your first woman of color. But I know how bad and how good people will feel inside if they would have gotten Kamala. Don't really know if there's any other black politicians, like black women politicians, especially that I think are any good. I don't really know, like, if I could vote, the first black woman I would vote for president would be Candace Owens. I don't know if that's popular opinion, but I'd vote Candace Owens for president if to get I'd vote her for a lot of positions because I think it'd be funny. But no, for real, it should be Tulsi Gabbard. Could have already been. The Democrats didn't hate her because she was against war. And they wanted to continue what Obama was doing over there. Just blowing people up with drones. Not Obama. Specifically. Under his administration. 1000% happened. But I don't like Pierre Trudeau. I don't like that guy. From what I read, his personal life, he was doing disgusting stuff. But in today's age, I've learned who wasn't. Let's get me to 50 subscribers so I can start live streaming this shit. Deuces.